Thank you, Cian Corla. Just been struck there by what Deputy Ferris has been saying in relation to rural Ireland. It's funny, back I think about 2010, 2011, when I emigrated, obviously at the time of the recession, there was just no hope anywhere in rural Ireland. To see where it is now today, I think it has actually improved compared to where it was then 7 or 8 years ago, since we've come out of that. But removing the politics from this for a minute, I've been listening to a lot of political statements for the last hour. Rural Ireland was actually hemorrhaging at times during the boom. And the likes of post offices and small shops were closing during the boom. And the reason they were closing was the development of technology. The development of technology has started to centralise all goods and services. The development of technology has moved paper trail to intellectual or electronic trail. That's what's happened. Email has replaced the letter. The likes of websites have replaced the local shop. And we need to do what we can within our capacity to try and protect the local shops. But we have to also face the fact that technology has centralised everything and is continuing to centralise everything, particularly around urbanisation. The motor car and the development of the motor car, if you think about it, has had an effect on rural Ireland. Compared to 30 years ago, you can travel a lot longer, you can travel a lot more comfortable, and the roads are in better condition than what they were. Face of facts. So there has been a number of changes and challenges around rural Ireland that we now have to grapple with. I think from listening to Deputy Ferris as well, I think the next phase of that is actually analysing rural Ireland. And instead of talking about rural Ireland in one big carte blanche, do you talk about areas that are close to cities? Do you talk about counties that don't have a specific central city and have a number of market towns? Do you talk about coastal areas? Do we actually start to specify rural Ireland and break it down into its brackets? I don't think we're doing rural Ireland enough service by actually talking about rural Ireland in one carte blanche sentence. So I think that's the next phase of the step. But I do want to recognise the achievements that have come in relation to the government's policy on rural Ireland. That's what brings us to these next steps. I mean, a number of years ago, we had a lot more challenges on that. The likes of the £2 billion fund that's going in, the town and village renewal, the leader funding, outdoor recreation, CLAR, local improvement scheme, SICAP, community enhancement programme, senior alert scheme, other initiatives, new library strategy, tidy towns, agricultural shows, walk schemes, men's sheds. There's been a plethora of grant-aided funding gone across different sectors in rural Ireland. And I just take an example of the place where I'm from myself, Kilfinney. Small school, there was 5 in my class going to school. There's a small school church in a hall. During the recession, that place, like every place else, went through huge challenges. And the people there came together. So the likes of developing a creche, a community childcare creche to feed, what happened on the back of that is now becoming a feeder to the school. The school is increasing in numbers. The people got together in relation to local GA clubs and soccer clubs. A soccer club there didn't really have an underage team there about 6 or 7 years ago. There's now 137 kids signed up there. And this is a place where there's no real town. It's just a rural area. So the people are empowered to come together to actually create and do this. And I think we need to foster that and continue that we empower people to take the chance. Another person came in and bought the local pub, which was actually on its knees. 5, 10 people going in there at the time. And that's no disrespect to the owners. They were in the latter years of their career. They came in and invested. They took the chance. That's now a booming restaurant at Straw Pub. They have moved with the times. And this is what's happened when we empower people and try and help them to do this. So I think we need to start thinking differently in relation to rural Ireland. We can be political all we want. I can throw stones at Fianna Fáil or Sinn Féin or whatever in relation to, I can talk about Northern Ireland, I can throw stones at Fianna Fáil in relation to the recession and what happened beforehand. I know the stones can be thrown back at the government in relation to two-tier economies. But let's remove the politics out of this for a second and actually think about it critically in putting solutions together. So the solutions I'd like to offer tonight would be to actually analyse rural Ireland into those different areas, given the achievements that we have made already. I mean, the likes of Sports Capital Fund is going in there. The likes of, I was at a West Limerick Drama Festival, just to be colloquial. About 2 months ago we opened it. That hall was developed. It's now like a theatre. It's like the old days where you had the cinemas inside in all these different areas. There's 7 or 8 now different drama groups across County Limerick. That's how rural Ireland is coming back. That's how people are coming together. It's in a different format. And the grants that are coming off, the likes of what Minister Ring has delivered, is actually achieving that. You look at Grana. They're a small rural community. 10 nights in a row, that hall was packed with a community play. And it's because it's been developed into a theatre. You can get the sound, the vision, everything. People want to come and people want to pay for it. So they're just a few ideas, Minister, and thank you for visiting the constituency recently of Clorina and the Sailors' Haggard.